potato farming in Peru. Do you remember how potatoes grow? How do potatoes grow?
By plants.
They grow by plants, yeah. So there isn't potato seeds, it's the eyes of the potato. The potatoes have eyes, yeah?
Well, I got them.
Yeah. There's other types of farms that we visited too in Peru. And so, does everybody see what's on this picture?
Yeah.
What's on this picture? See the little animal that's in the picture?
Oh, no. That's like a rat.
A rat?
It is kind of like a rat.
It is kind of like a rat. It's actually called a guinea pig.
Oh, I saw that before.
You've seen that before? So what do we do with guinea pigs here in Canada?
They're cool.
We, in Winnipeg, in Canada, we keep them. We keep them as pets. In Winnipeg, yes, in Winnipeg, we keep them as pets. So in this picture, this is also people in Peru, and they have their pets. And do you see what they're in? There's a dog. What else is there? A doggy. There's a kid. What other kind of animal is there with her? What's the little one right there? See? A pig. And so, what there? The pig is right there. So what do we, in Canada, what do we do with pigs? What? We keep the pigs alive? But what do we do with the pigs on the farms? We eat the pigs, right? We eat the pigs. So the one difference that we found when we were in Peru is we have a difference between Canada and Peru is this little lady here has her pig as her pet. And they're walking around with the pig on a leash. We're going to be sending them money to help with their farming. And so two weeks ago we played some games about potatoes. And so we're collecting money to help send some money to Peru to help with the guinea pigs and to also help collect potatoes. Yeah. So what other pictures do you have with that?
I've got a few pictures just from our travels to the farms in Peru. This first one, there's about 10 pictures here, so we'll go through them relatively quickly. The first one is one of the groups. We were a total of 23 Canadians traveling, and so that's a lot of people to sort of converge on one small farm. So we broke into two groups. This was Melissa's group, packed into the bus, or van really is what it was, but it was a pretty cozy and bumpy ride, I think. Yeah. So that's group one. Oh, advance to the next one. This is actually, Melissa, you can probably talk about this farm better than I could. This is a farm that your group visited. The next two pictures.
So this is the guinea pig farm that we visited. And so the pictures there is of the men of the farm, and they are dealing with their fertilizer. And this is one of our favorite ladies that we met, and our favorite lady was Rosa. Rosa's a pretty name, it sure is. Do you see that nice little hat that she's wearing? We all wanted to get one of those hats. It's really sturdy and it keeps the sun out of their faces. But Rosa was one of the only female farmers that we saw in a very male-dominated society. So we had a meal cooked in the ground. Rosa and her family shared food with us. And so it was all the organic potatoes that they grew and the root vegetables and some beans.
An expression of hospitality. We'll move on to the next picture. This is at one of the farms that my group visited. That's Juan, and he grew, among other things, oranges. Move on to the next. There we are at the top of the hill. That's the other group that was visiting Juan's. This is another one of the farmers we visited. He was growing carrots, and it was on a crazy steep Andean hillside, too. The picture doesn't really do it justice, but it was a very, very steep slope that they were farming on. He also created a sprinkler system. You can kind of see the sprinkler on the left middle side of the picture going there. We'll move to the next one. This is Vicente's farm. And he had an orchard and was creating organic pesticides. So he was making a concentrate to spray on the trees to keep bugs off and so on. And this is our full group of Canadians with members of Diaconia. They're staff that run the partner organization that CLWR works through in Peru. So that's in Lima at the office for Diaconia.
So thank you for coming up. And maybe we can keep these farmers and these people that farm for the potatoes in our prayers, okay? Thank you very much. You can go back.
Children make their way back. Please rise.